guys, you're welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time on my channel, thank you so much for deciding to stop by and watch my video. And if this is not your first time, you already know how grateful I am. Thank you so much for always stopping by. Thank you for watching. Thank you for encouraging words, and just thank you so much. I am deeply grateful. So I'm sure that from the title of the video, you already know that it's a very broad subject, but today I'm going to streamline it to things that I'm very passionate about: relationship issues, family, marriage related issues. So I'm going to talk about the points that concerns people who rejoice in other people's pains, people who take delight in other people's sorrows, people who feel better in themselves when they see that other people are not doing as good as they are doing in certain areas of their lives, whether their relationship, in their family, or their marriage. So that's basically what I'm going to be addressing today. So I hope you find it insightful at the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. So I noticed these days it's becoming very prevalent that when people see people who are rejoicing in their relationship, who have found joy in the bliss that their marriages or their homes have given them as a result of the work that they have put into it, or as a result of being privileged in certain areas of their homes, of their marriage, or their relationship. And especially in this social media world where people put things about themselves or their journey and all that online, I've noticed that you, in the comment sections, you find people who are always there drooling and always, oh, this is so nice, people are so beautiful, couple goals, family goals, and all that type of thing. And some people genuinely mean those things, but I've noticed that a lot of people just say those things but don't really mean them. And why do I say so? This is because it's so shocking and very alarming to find that these same people who give all these accolades, who give all these praises and all that, when there's an issue that that couple is facing or that family is facing, they're going through one trying time or the other, you find these same people making jest of those situations. Like, it's so shocking that you almost wonder if these people have any iota or any thought of being human in them at all. Like, you just find them saying, well, no wonder it was looking so good to be true. They just acted this thing, or they were just acting all for us all this while, or they were just, you just act like unthinkable things. That's I'm finding it very hard to find the words to use to describe those things. But you just find people saying all sorts, like you'll be shocked. Like, I thought these people were supporting these people who had been doing all this while. Like, you'll be so shocked. But the thing is, I'm not entirely bothered about people who are unbelieving or who are unbelievers who do those things. The reason is because I empathize with the fact that they don't know any better. They don't know any better. As unbelievers, they don't know what is right. They may appear as though they know what the right things to do, morally speaking, but you can't try to be morally upright or try to do good or do good things by self, with the flesh. No, it's only the help of the Holy Spirit that can make anyone be good, make anyone do the right thing. Do you understand? But then what is baffling is when you find believers, people who you expect should know better, doing these same things. It is really sad. It's really sad, because that's nothing like what the word of God has told us. The word of God has told us that when people are rejoicing, when you see people who have happy things that they are celebrating about, rejoice with them. Don't start thinking, maybe it's not, maybe they are just overdoing, or maybe it's too good to be true or something. Don't start looking for loopholes here and there. Genuinely rejoice with people when they are rejoicing. Like, you have no, you don't, except you really do those things, you understand how much joy you even derive for yourself when you truly rejoice with other people, when you are sincerely happy for other people's joys, for other people's. And a lot of times you hear people say, be happy for other people so that you can have their happiness, and no, not even because of what you get in return. No, just because that's the right thing to do. Genuinely be happy for other people's successes. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? The worst part is that you also find some people who take pride. They'll start saying things like, no wonder, that's why it's not good to put your relationship status or what's happening in your family. That's why it's not good to put this and that online. That's why my own relationship is fine, because I don't talk about what happens in my home publicly and things like that. No, don't start taking pride in what is making your own quote and unquote be fine, and that the reason their own isn't working well is because they are putting it all out there because people can see it, because and things like that. That's, I don't know, that the thought of that is very cringing. If you don't like doing something, the fact that someone else is doing it doesn't make yours better than what the other person is doing. Respect people's decisions. Do you understand? But when something doesn't go well for them, just because it goes well for you, don't laugh at people. Don't make jest of people. Don't make jest of people's down or trying situations. We know that as believers, our job at those points is not to give spiteful remarks. Is to pray. Is to pray for people. People, even if you don't put up your life or anything on social media, and I'm just using social media as an example. I'm sure this even happens in places where people don't do social media generally. But even if people are doing their things inside and nobody, if something bad happens in that space, don't make jest of people. Don't say, well, you see, if she had done it that way, well, there's no use crying over spilled milk. Just look for positive ways to see how you can help salvage the situation, to see how you can be a blessing to those people instead of making them feel more pain in their pain. Do you understand? There's actually even a word for people who do this. When I can't pronounce it, it's long, but I'm sure I'll put it here so that you can see it and look it up and see what it means. It's a very, very terrible act or attitude to have towards other people, to be rejoicing in other people's bad situation. And the thing is, you may not know that you do that thing, but from time to time, check yourself. When you see people going through situations, or when you see people even being happy, are you really, really happy for their happiness? And are you rejoicing when people are feeling down? Do you get? So check those things. It's very important. So I also like you to understand that in life, things are really not that deep. It's not as deep as you are seeing them. Do you get? Those people are happy. It's their happiness. It's not affecting you. It's not. The sky is very big for everybody to find something that makes them happy. Even if your desire is to have those things that those people will have and you don't have them, it's not that deep. I promise you. It's really, really not that deep. If you look at things in a different lens, or through a different lens, or in a different light, do you get? It's really not that deep. What matters most is the inner part of us, our attitude, our character to ourselves and to other people generally. That's what matters the most. Do you get? If you have those things that those people have, but you don't have love, if you those things don't matter. They're not as like, I think the problem is a lot of things that cause people to feel this kind of ways because of peer pressure, societal expectations, and things like that. So when you see someone who has something and you don't have that thing that the society expects that everyone should have, or the society expects that you should be at that point in where, like, that's where that person is, that's the point everybody should attain, and things like that. When you begin to put yourself under those kind of pressure, you realize that those things will begin to affect you. You begin to feel jealous towards people who have those things that the society says everybody should have. Do you understand? And I promise you, most of the time, the society isn't always right. Truth be told, most of the time in things like that, society isn't always right. So just take things easy, take life lightly, and just live and let live. You get? Just live, just breathe, just enjoy your own space, enjoy your own moment, enjoy the things that you have. Find your own happiness, find your own joy. Just look within, look more within. Stop looking outward to project the things, your inadequacies, or the things that you feel you need, which you may not really need, on other people. So that when those people have issues with those things, you begin to say, you see, good for you, and things like that. You get? No. So if you notice, you realize that I have addressed a particular set of people. I've addressed those people who always believe that those people who are really happy are too good to be true, or who look at other people's successes and try to find loopholes in them, or who make jest of people's downfalls, or who laugh at people who go through trying situations and feel better in people's pain. You get? Who rejoice when people are in pain. It may not be, hey, I'm rejoicing, you're in pain kind of rejoicing. No. Who just take delight in their heart, in the depth of their hearts, and say, okay, so my life is not that all that bad. Do you get? Use other people as the yardstick to measure their own lives, especially in a negative way. I've addressed those set of people. So I want to address the second set of people still under the same subject, which is those people who have been blessed with certain things, who have the privilege to get certain things, and who use those things that they have to spite those who don't have, intentionally. Because truth be told, sometimes you may do things and some people just take offense when you do not mean to do those things. Some people just feel offended by those things. Let's say you have something, you have a house, and then you see some people looking at you with corner eyes, like, are you the only one? How are you the only one who has all those things? Do you get? That's different. Now I'm talking about those people who have certain things and then use those things to spite other people. You have to be mindful. You have to be very, very careful. There's nothing that we have that we were not given. Every single thing that we have, we were given. It's not because we are more deserving of those things that we have them. So we have to be very, very mindful. Let's say, for instance, someone has a child and then the neighbor doesn't have any child and the neighbor wants a child. Do you get? And then you find this person intention, like always finding one thing or the other to make this person feel bad for not having a child. Do you understand? You have to be mindful. Life, this is life. What you think, you will not know that the deepest size, the unspoken words, God hears those things. God can hear the cries that aren't even shared out. Do you get? So be mindful. Be mindful. This is life. A lot of things happen. So be careful. Don't use the blessings that you have to make other people feel hurt. Let's not lose the core of our being human. Let's not lose that part of us at all. Do you get? Just imagine a world where people truly rejoice when other people are rejoicing, and people really feel the pain of other people when they are feeling pain. A world where we are not envious of other people's blessings or achievements, or a world where you don't feel like those people, do they have two heads and all that? Why don't you have those things that they have? There may be a lot of things that you have that those people don't have as well. Do you get? So just live, just breathe. Don't take things so deeply to the point where it transcends. It just goes from feeling dislike to hate to jealousy to, it's almost like witchcraft. Do you understand? So just be mindful. Be very, very mindful. Be very mindful. The one who has many today, tomorrow everything may just disappear in just 1 second. That's just life. Like, we have to even just live life in trembling, not fear, in humility, in reverence of the fact that God is the one who oversees, who orders, who makes things this way for this one, and who makes things the other way for the other person. So don't imagine that all the things that are happening in your life are just because you are very good, or just because you're the one that can pray very well, or just because you did things right. Be very mindful. Be very, very careful. Be very, very careful. So I hope that you found this video insightful. I hope that you've learned a thing or two, and I also like to learn from you. Are there points that you think I should have added that came to mind while watching this video? Please kindly share with me so that I can learn them as well. Thank you so much for watching this video. God bless you real good. I hope to see you next week. Take good care of yourselves. Bye.